Nepal's Lok Bahadur Thapa elected UN ECOSOC president. Historic milestone for multilateralism. Imagine Nepal stepping onto the world stage as the new president of the United Nations Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. This isn't just any promotion. It's a historic moment that signals Nepal's deep commitment to working with the global community. But here's where it gets truly exciting. Lok Bahadur Thapa, Nepal's permanent representative to the United Nations, was elected to lead this prestigious body for a year, bringing fresh perspectives and a clear vision to the table. Thapa's election marks a significant milestone for Nepal, highlighting the country's growing influence on the international stage. As he took the helm, he emphasized the urgency of the task ahead, stating, "Delivering better is not an option. It is an imperative." This sentiment underscores the critical role ECOSOC plays in addressing global challenges and restoring faith in multilateral cooperation. ECOSOC, one of the 6 main pillars of the United Nations, coordinates efforts across various sectors to promote sustainable development and tackle pressing issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. Its mission is to foster dialogue, build consensus, and drive action towards achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, a blueprint for creating a better future for all. During his tenure, Thapa outlined several key priorities. First and foremost, he aims to transform agriculture to combat global hunger, which affects over 735 million people worldwide. This initiative seeks to bolster rural economies and ensure food security. Second, he plans to leverage the energy of young people in developing nations through investments in digital innovation and entrepreneurship. Third, he focuses on enhancing climate resilience, particularly in regions prone to natural disasters like Nepal. Fourth, he calls for reforms in the international financial system to make it more equitable. Lastly, he intends to celebrate ECOSOC's 80th anniversary by showcasing its achievements and recommitting to its mission. Thapa's approach recognizes the unique challenges faced by countries like Nepal. He advocates for tailored solutions that address the specific vulnerabilities of each nation. This nuanced strategy is crucial in a world where global crises such as climate change and geopolitical tensions are increasingly intertwined. The outgoing president, Bob Rae from Canada, echoed this sentiment, reminding us of the vital role of ECOSOC in repairing the fabric of international relations. He stated, "Our job is to fix, to repair, to mend, to make change happen." This statement encapsulates the spirit of multilateralism and the collective responsibility we share in shaping a better world. Thapa's election was accompanied by the selection of 4 vice presidents: Amar Benjama from Algeria, Hector Gomez Hernandez from Spain, Wellington Dario Bencosme Castaños from the Dominican Republic, and Perua Hovhannisyan from Armenia. This diverse team brings a wealth of experience and expertise to the Council, ensuring a broad range of perspectives and collaborative problem-solving. Nepal's presidency comes at a pivotal time. As the world grapples with complex global challenges, these issues are not isolated but interconnected, requiring integrated and inclusive solutions. Thapa's vision is to reaffirm the value of multilateralism, not as an abstract concept, but as a practical tool for achieving positive outcomes for all. Shankar Bairagi, a former Chief Secretary and Foreign Secretary, praised Thapa's election as a significant achievement for Nepal in the field of multilateral diplomacy. He emphasized the importance of close collaboration between Nepal's government agencies and its permanent mission in New York, as well as strategic partnerships with other UN member states and stakeholders. In conclusion, Nepal's leadership of ECOSOC represents a beacon of hope in a world facing numerous challenges. Thapa's commitment to transformative change and his strategic priorities offer a roadmap for addressing some of the most pressing issues of our time. And this is the part most people miss: the potential for collaboration and innovation that arises when nations come together to find solutions. What do you think? Is multilateralism the key to addressing global challenges, or do we need a different approach? Nepal elected president of UN ECOSOC, a historic milestone in multilateralism. A powerful leap for Nepal in global diplomacy. But here's what most people aren't talking about. In a landmark achievement that has stirred national pride and international attention, Nepal has been chosen to lead one of the United Nations' most influential bodies, the Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC. This significant election, held last Thursday, saw Nepal rise to the helm of an organization that plays a crucial role in shaping global socio-economic policies. Immediately after the election results were announced, Nepal stepped into its new role with confidence and purpose. Ambassador Lok Bahadur Thapa, the country's permanent representative to the UN, called the victory a historic moment, underscoring Nepal's deep-rooted commitment to collaborative global governance. His emphasis on the nation's proactive stance in multilateralism signals a new chapter in Nepal's diplomatic journey. Thapa revealed his presidency will center on the guiding theme "Delivering Better," a powerful call to action aimed at reinvigorating international cooperation. He elaborated that this initiative is not merely aspirational, but absolutely essential. To deliver better is not a matter of choice. It is a necessity, Thapa asserted, adding that this approach is key to rebuilding trust in collective systems, closing inequality gaps, uplifting vulnerable communities, and turning lofty pledges into tangible outcomes. But this is the part most people overlook. Nepal's leadership of ECOSOC could challenge established dynamics within the Council. With a country like Nepal, often perceived as a smaller player on the global stage, now at the helm, will traditional power structures within ECOSOC evolve? Joining Nepal on the Council's leadership bench are representatives from Algeria, Amar Benjama, Spain, Hector Gomez Hernandez, the Dominican Republic, Wellington Dario Ben Cosme Castaños, and Armenia, Paroya Hovhannisyan, who were each elected vice presidents for the upcoming term. Their diverse backgrounds could add fresh perspectives and foster new alliances. Now here's where the conversation gets interesting. Should smaller nations take on more leadership in global institutions to rebalance influence? Or does effective leadership depend on resources and reach, regardless of country size? What do you think? Is Nepal's election a symbolic gesture or the start of meaningful change? Share your views below. This is one debate the world needs to engage in. Nepal takes the helm. President of UN Economic and Social Council. In a landmark victory, Nepal takes the helm of the UN's influential Economic and Social Council. In what represents a defining moment for the Himalayan nation, Nepal has secured the presidency of the United Nations Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC, following Thursday's elections. This achievement marks an unprecedented elevation of Nepal's role in the international diplomatic arena. Upon accepting this prestigious position, Nepal's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Lok Bahadur Thapa, didn't mince words about the significance of the occasion. This historic election reflects decades of Nepal's unwavering dedication to the principles of global cooperation and multilateral engagement. Ambassador Thapa declared to the Assembly. But here's where things get interesting. Ambassador Thapa has unveiled an ambitious vision for his tenure, crystallized in the compelling motto, "Delivering Better." This isn't just diplomatic rhetoric. It signals a bold commitment to transforming how international partnerships function in practice. The presidency aims to breathe new life into cross-border collaborations and reinvigorate the sometimes sluggish machinery of multilateral cooperation, particularly when it comes to advancing crucial initiatives like the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. When I say delivering better, I'm not suggesting an optional improvement. I'm highlighting an absolute necessity. Ambassador Thapa emphasized with conviction. This approach represents our essential strategy for rebuilding confidence in the multilateral system, narrowing the gaps between nations, championing those most overlooked by global progress, and converting our lofty promises into tangible results. The leadership team has been rounded out with the election of 4 vice presidents who will support Nepal's agenda. Amar Benjama, representing Algeria, Hector Gomez Hernandez from Spain, Wellington de Rio Bencosme Castaños of the Dominican Republic, and Parua Hovhannisyan from Armenia. And this is the part most observers miss. Nepal's ascendancy to this influential position comes at a critical juncture, when global institutions face mounting skepticism about their effectiveness and relevance. Could this leadership from a developing nation inject fresh perspectives into international governance? Will Nepal's presidency prove transformative or merely ceremonial in addressing the pressing economic and social challenges facing our interconnected world? The answers may challenge our assumptions about which nations can most effectively lead global institutions during these turbulent times. What's your take? Can smaller nations like Nepal bring meaningful change to international bodies like ECOSOC? Or is this symbolic progress without substantive impact?